What's up guys, today I show you Dragon Ball 10 techniques Goku has but he never uses. The explosive wave is another recognizable technique from Dragon Ball where the user essentially turns themselves into a central point for a damaging explosion. The fact that this is carried out through the application of he makes it even more impressive. Bojutsu refers to the martial art of stick fighting, where artists use staffs and poles in combat. Goku notably uses Bojutsu whenever wielding the Nioibo, also known as the power pole in Funimation's English dub. While the Nioibo is an iconic part of Kid Goku's design, he actually doesn't use the staff all that much. The most Goku uses Bojutsu is during the Red Ribbon Army arc, particularly when he storms their headquarters and uses the Nioibo to wipe out waves of soldiers at once. Goku has an odd habit of picking up techniques out of nowhere. During Dragon Ball Z, near the end of the fight with Vegeta, Goku begins using telepathy to communicate with Krillin. Considering the sheer amount of damage Goku took fighting Vegeta, it's not unreasonable he wouldn't be able to speak, thus requiring telepathy. Interestingly, other characters such as Piccolo have shown a knack for telepathy in the past. Upon landing on Namek, Goku puts his hand on Krillin's head and manages to read his mind, all on a whim at that, while the act was clearly done on Toriyama's part so that Krillin didn't have to spill exposition for Goku. The mind reading still comes off as bizarre. It's not without precedent, however. The Taiyoken, also known as the solar flare, is one of the most useful techniques in all of Dragon Ball. A crane school staple, the Taiyoken completely blinds the opponent by triggering a bright flash. The technique is used multiple times throughout Dragon Ball by quite a number of characters, Goku included. Goku's most notable use of the Taiyoken is during his fight against Vegeta when he briefly blinds the Yuzuru. It's only enough to create a brief opening, but it arguably saves Goku's life. Goku uses the Genki Dama often enough in the franchise. Counting the movies, it's arguably overused. That said, Goku always defaults to the full power Genki Dama. It makes sense. After all, the technique is designed around charging raw energy, but Goku's missed out on the sheer practicality of the handheld version. As a result, the Genki Dama isn't introduced as a gigantic sphere, but a handheld ball Goku can throw and slightly control. The keys in the Destructo Disc is Krillin's signature technique, but Goku does use it once near the end of Dragon Ball, when Goku arrives with the Potara earrings to rescue Gohan from Butanks. He slices the Jin in half with a Keensan first. The attack does nothing but irritate Buu, but Goku is spared a full fight when Butanks absorbs Gohan and he ends up sensing Vegeta nearby. The Magaru Kamehameha is one of the most creative uses of the key attack in Dragon Ball. Goku is in rare form during the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai in general, pulling out all the stops in order to be crowned strongest under the heavens. Along with firing a Kamehameha from his feet, Goku bends it during his fight with Piccolo. Goku never learns to use the Hakai in the Dragon Ball Super anime, but this isn't the case for the manga. During his fight against Merge Zamasu, Goku fires out a Hakai in a desperate attempt to kill the immortal Kaioshin. Goku's exhausted himself fully up to this point, putting all his hope into a technique that should only be used by a god of destruction. Although Goku doesn't manage to kill Zamasu with the Hakai, he has actually used the technique. Dragon First is a Toei staple, showing up quite often in animated Dragon Ball content. Goku uses the Dragon First to kill Super 17 and GT along with multiple enemies in the movies. Where Dragon Fist was once non-canon, it's been brought into the Dragon Ball Super manga. In fact, Goku even uses the Dragon Fist to finish off Moro in a 3-panel spread. Knowing Toei's love for Dragon Fist, they're sure to follow in Toyotaro footsteps whenever the anime adapts the Moro arc.